Hey guys, welcome back to Our Family Nest. So today is the start of week 2 of Ken and I being on semaglutide compound for weight loss. I've been posting like weekly updates on my TikTok. There's really not a whole lot to share. Just basically how much weight I've lost each week, if I've had any like side effects. Last week I included like what vitamins and stuff I'm taking in addition to the semaglutide. And tomorrow we have our appointment, like our 1 month check-in with the nurse who's managing our care. And Ken and I are going to sit down and film like a video just talking about our experience being on semaglutide for 1 month. I don't think we're gonna do these updates like every month because I don't think there's going to be that much like new information to report. However, I just think first month really answers a lot of the common questions that people have for us. So you can look forward to that video being on our channel on Friday. So I have to head out to the store to get my dogs their fresh pet dog food because do you guys remember back when we used to hand make dog food for Shaggy? And then there was a time that because he wouldn't eat like regular dog food, it was like he went on strike. And then the littles, Bean and Toby, they kind of just weren't loving their dry food, so we used to either add canned food. Well, then one day we discovered Fresh Pet, and I was actually lucky enough to do a brand deal with them, which was super amazing. Well, now Pippa, Bean and Toby are hooked on their Fresh Pet. We ran out the other day and I went to the pet store and I found something that was cheaper. It looked like it was like chicken, rice, and veggies kind of like all mixed together. I forget what the brand was, but it was quite a bit cheaper. I'm like, oh, we'll just try this. It almost looks like when I used to make them dog food, right? They hate it. They will not eat it. Ken said they would not eat it last night for dinner and they would not eat it this morning. So I'll probably end up just feeding it to Dax and Tucker because they'll eat anything. So I need to go to the store and get them their Fresh Pet. And I threw in my load of laundry and I had to share with you guys. This is probably so silly, but you have to try this Downy Odor Defense Fresh Protect. It makes, I don't notice it as much on my clothes, but I washed our bed sheets with this the other day. They smelled so good for days. I actually want to take our sheets off and wash them again today just so the smell will come back. Even when Ken was going to bed, he's like, oh my God, it just smells so, it's like going to bed in a bed of flowers. It just smells amazing. I use like probably a whole capful for just like our sheets and pillowcases and stuff. It's just perfect. So I've been using it on my clothes too. And I know this stuff's been around forever and I've tried different ones. It's this one specifically that I actually can smell. That's my little sales pitch on the Downy stuff. Men and their toys. Don't even ask me to explain that one to you guys. What is with my hair? I get my hair done tomorrow. My bangs need cut so badly. I almost was gonna cut them myself and I'm like, no. Too many times I've gone to my hair appointments and then I'm like, don't touch my bangs because I already cut them myself. My hair has really gotten long these past few times. I haven't been getting it cut. I'm just like, let it grow, let it grow. I don't know why, because I'll grow it out so long and then I'll say, nope, cut it. So Ken has been working on his 3-wheeler, which if you know anything about those kind of bikes, they don't make them anymore. He changed the brake. He ordered a new seat. It has a flat tire, so he's working on that. But I don't know, he was bleeding the brakes. And right then he was just trying to get the old gas out of it because it's kind of sat there for quite a while. I was trying to think if it ever made it onto our YouTube channel or not. I don't think so. Back when the kids were really little, so I think it was pre-YouTube, he used to tie like with a rope to the back of the 3-wheeler with like the sleds and stuff in the winter time. and take the kids around the neighborhood, like where we used to live, in the snow, whenever it snowed a lot. And we had like some big fields and stuff near our old house as well. So why he thinks all of a sudden now he needs to clean this thing up and use it again and whatever, I don't know what his plan is. When we were dating back in the mid to late 90s, I remember going on like a little, I don't know, thing with him and some of his friends. They all had, I don't know if they all had three-wheelers or maybe there were four-wheelers too, I'm not sure, but they go to these like trails and stuff, and we were riding, like me on the back obviously, and we were riding these trails, and there was this big like puddle hole type thing that you would just go through really fast. We got so muddy that day. Anyways, we flipped the three-wheeler, which I'm pretty sure that's why they don't make them anymore, because they're not safe at all. But we flipped it. I can't believe we did not get hurt. You didn't wear helmets back then either, let's be honest. It's not like today. I basically just flipped over him and the handlebars, and I don't know, somehow landed and was completely fine. Like I said, I can't believe either one of us did not get hurt. It was pretty funny.
I have to do that all the time.
This does not make hardly anything.
Probably not.
So I'm making Karli. Wow, there's some thick mamas.
You think that all fits in there?
Yeah, that's what this cup is for. No, this cup exactly measures what you need.
Cooking with your legs apart?
I had this crouched down because I was filming. All I do is make food for people in this house.
Not me.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I just made the dogs food.
You're a stay-at-home mom.
I'm not a stay-at-home mom. I work.
You still stay at
Can't
home.
get these out. Eat your guys' chips.
Eat your cabbage rolls.
I am.
You're eating them again? Ugh. Look at Tate just sitting here watching like she thinks I'm making her food. She sits there all like, oh, I'm so cute. No one's gonna say anything.
Open the door so I can run out.
Look at this little brat. You should be making some biscuits right now. Go to work.
Get your log cabin syrup. If you like syrup, this is the kind you want to have. Log cabin syrup. That's a TikTok right there.
Now she's laying by it.
When you're tired, you lay by the syrup.
Alright, look at that. Perfect waffle. Made with my Clean Simple Eats pancake and waffle mix. Karli had 2 scoops, so you're gonna have 30 grams of protein right now.
Cat
Cool
hair.
Whip on there, mixed with a little bit of Tate. Look at
Dude,
her.
oh my god. I don't want your, she literally has whipped cream in her whiskers.
So first of all, there's been a lot of questions in our comments and in my DMs.
I feel like I can cover this really quickly.
No, I'm saying a lot of questions
No, I
about, is Karli not
Eating
doing the
gluten
gluten-free? And I'd always
Long
just
story
say,
short-
no, I would
Let
always
me
just, I know, let me just say, I always said, she has a doctor appointment coming up. We'll wait till then and we'll fill you guys in on what's been going on the past 2 months. So,
basically, I didn't eat gluten for an entire month because that's what I was instructed to do. If I felt better, I was told to continue that. If I didn't feel better, I was told to just stop. So I stopped the whole gluten-free diet and nothing changed. I didn't feel better or worse again after starting to eat gluten again. So we kind of came to the conclusion that that was not the problem. So I went to the doctor today and I told her that. And then she started naming a bunch of crazy stuff again. Everyone does that to me. They're like, oh, well, you have ulcers then.
no, she's just saying,
I
well,
know.
here's some other things that
wasn't
could.
actually telling that she said that. I'm just
Yeah.
saying she names all these scary things and I'm like, I don't know what any of that is and I don't want to even think about it. So I just pretend that she didn't say that. And then basically I just brought up the topic of anxiety. As many of you may know, I have anxiety. It's weird. So yeah, that's where we're going from here. we're focusing on the anxiety part of it now. Because maybe it's not like a health issue, more of a mental issue. Hypothetically, let's say the whole thing I have going on is anxiety. That means it's all mental. So if I'm over here eating gluten and someone's telling me that it's gonna make me feel better, it's probably gonna make me feel better. That's one side of it. If it's not that, I feel like maybe the reason I started to feel better is because in general I was just eating healthier food. Like, gluten's really not good for anybody. So to not eat it, typically everyone is going to feel somewhat better.
Yeah.
So I believe that's why I feel better. And I mean, even I feel like the times when you did ask me, like, how do you feel? I'd be like, I think I feel better. Like, I didn't even know. Because, like
you didn't have days where you were, like, doubled over in pain like you did there for a while. Like, you had some times.
But it all comes and goes. I haven't had a day like that recently.
Yeah.
And then I did the other day. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You did the other day when we went to
Oh, yeah, that was
B-dubs.
bad. That was really bad.
And you had fried pickles
And
chicken wings. Or boneless chicken wings.
And you know how many times I've had boneless chicken wings in the past month and it has done nothing to me, and then I eat that and then I'm dying. Like, it just doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
It's really confusing. But yeah, I did have a moment the other day that was bad. I forgot about that.
We literally had to go into the store and buy new shorts because her shorts were too tight.
Yeah.
Because we were
they
going to
weren't
the
even
movies.
too tight. I just had on biker shorts and like they were like obviously
constricting.
Yeah, I like needed to just it's just really bad. You didn't do a very good job at constructing the inside of you.
Well,
you have made a lot of errors.
The crazy thing is whenever you're dealing with anything that you think might be like mental health related, there's no answers. There's no...
Why would you tell that to someone who has anxiety, who's trying to...
No, I mean, like, there's so many unknowns because there's not like... Okay, you know how like you have a headache and you take like aspirin?
Oh, yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Like
how do you fix anxiety? She said everyone does it differently.
Yeah. It's like not that simple. Like, you break your arm, you wear a cast. Like, it's so
obviously
complicated.
It'll be fine though.
So yeah, that's why she's eating gluten again. I feel like you know that you have trigger foods though.
Well, she was like asking, it's just like so complicated because like some days I'll be able to eat Chipotle and feel fine, and then one day I eat broccoli and I feel like I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So it's just like, is there really trigger foods? Like, is there really? Or does it just so happen that sometimes my stomach just happens to hurt on the same days when I'm eating the same foods? Because I've had a moment where I ate carrots and broccoli and was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it was bad.
Do you know what I think is also going to be really important? You know what
more cats.
No. Do you know what next Monday is, right? A week from today.
First day of school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's make a mental note of this.
My stomach starts hurting more.
Mm-hmm. How much of this is tied to your school? Because I feel like just stress of school.
No, I have a lot going on in my personal life.
I know, but I'm just saying, I feel like this summer you felt pretty good. You've done pretty good this summer.
I think I've done really bad this summer.
I don't think so.
Why do you think I've lost so much weight this summer? See, got you there, didn't I? It's fine. It's really not that big of a deal. As long as I get 2 more cats, I think I should be fine. They would all have perfect shifts on when to help me. I'm really offended.
We have way too many cats already. We have a cat that now tries to sneak out the door every time you try to leave. So we, as this Gorchak household, will not be getting any more cats.
Okay, well,
when Karli moves out, that's a cool truck. When Karli moves out, you can get as many flipping cats as you want.
Cool.
But just remember, we just went and bought cat food. How expensive that crap is.
They can eat whatever I eat. Baby Bob every day. We'll all share. Pets don't need or he said cats don't need their owners. Owners need their cats. And I disagree. I think Dandra and Ivy don't need me, but I think Cordelia needs me.
Yeah.
I think she needs me. I think Tate
Is
needs
she
me
trying to
too.
compare that to cats versus dogs? Like,
I think it's just like I've heard people say that like
dogs
cats
need...
don't need like an owner, like they don't need their owners, but like obviously dogs like become very attached and like rely to their owner, but obviously a dog needs its owner. They need to be let outside, they need to be fed, but like a cat can do everything by itself. So it's like a cat doesn't really need its owner, like mentally and physically and everything.
Some
but an
cats.
owner needs their cat. I disagree. My cat needs every piece of me, or she would be very depressed.
When you were on vacation for a week, did you miss your cats?
Yes, I did.
Did you cry about your cats?
No. But they cried about me.
Only I do that.
Yeah.